Frustrated?
It's just part of the business. That's how I felt. Especially with the trade deadline coming up. A lot of injuries going on in the running backs as a whole in the league. So that's how I felt. It's part of business.
The amount of touches you got in the last game and then also that trade, are you kind of anticipating or getting yourself ready for maybe having more of a high-volume role moving forward?
Yeah, obviously when we lose, Mark to a different team, I got to prepare to, run the ball more. Obviously, I was already used as third down and as a receiving backs, but now it's just more on getting more carries.
How do you expect the rest of the group to fill in?
Doing their job, whatever, their number is called, to be ready to make the most of their opportunities.
He was a person who came in with a lot of leadership too. What does the team lose with a guy like that?
I think, like you said, leadership, the voice. He was always talking, getting everyone pumped. I think now other guys, including myself, are going to have to step up and just try to get our morale back and lead this team. We got a lot of vets on the team, so for that aspect, I feel like we got vets, and they know how this business is in the NFL. Guys get traded, you lose guys, and guys are going to step up.
Was that something that David Culley reinforced to you all, like? Just because obviously it's upsetting when you lose a popular player in the locker room, to not let it pull you guys apart?
Honestly, he hasn't really addressed Mark getting traded. I think he just knows. Everyone knows with us being such a veteran-led team that it is part of the NFL, especially with the trade deadline coming up. Like I said, it happens. So,
as far as running the football against Aaron Donald, as you've seen him before, what's that like, and what are some of the things you try to do to be effective when you have a guy that disruptive?
Get as many bodies on him as possible. Get as many guys blocking him as possible. He's a disruptor for sure. Like you said, I played against him twice a year back in Arizona. So I think the biggest thing is you never know what you're going to expect with him. He's so fast. He's shorter, so he's quicker. And his center of gravity is really good. So I think the biggest thing is just try to get as many guys blocking him or in front of him or disrupting him, trying to confuse him as much as possible.
Do you guys get ready as far as when you have a quarterback who's working his way back like Tyrod? Do you kind of just sort of, does it change anything for you, whether it's Tyrod, whether it's Davis? How do you guys approach each one?
No, not really, especially me as a running back. Doing my best, whoever is calling the plays, trying to block for him, give him time to throw it, and make him, whether it is Tyrod, like you said, or Davis, just try to get them comfortable in the pocket and give them time to throw.
Maybe this could mean Scotty gets his chance a little bit to play. What have you seen of him behind the scenes, and what he could do if he ever sees the field?
I feel like Scotty's always ready, man. He showed out really well in the preseason. I think he just needs his opportunity, and I think he's going to do well for us when he does have the chance to run the ball or catch the ball or pass pro. I think he's good. He's a good player.
What's up? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Running around, moving, making plays, so feel fine.
You're planning to play through it?
Yeah. It's football, part of the game.
How does wearing the cast affect you at all during the game?
Honestly, I don't even pay attention to it. It's one of those things where it's a mindset, and you just go out there and continue to play the ball.
What play were you able to pinpoint when you heard it?
Say it again?
Were you able to pinpoint which play you injured?
It was in the second quarter, last game. Just try to make a tackle and end up hitting it wrong, and the rest was history. But things happen. You got to keep playing. It's part of the game, and just got to push through it.
Fractured?
Say it again?
Culley said he may have fractured it.
I got to take it over with the doctors. See exactly what it is.
You'll have to have it repaired after the season if you keep playing with it, or do you think it's something that you can play with?
We'll handle it. Once we get to that time. Right now, feels fine. Right now, I feel good and able to do my job. As long as it doesn't affect that, I have no complaints.
When it comes to some of the pass game stuff that you've been working through the past couple of weeks, middle of the field, how have you approached looking at that and where y'all can fix it?
just tighten down on some coverages. Everybody do their job. Everybody, be at the right place at the right time. It's just things that we needed to see as a unit better, and that's something that we've been working on this week, and we're going to get better at it.
What's it like to play with Kamu? It's kind of a hybrid. He's not as fast as most safeties.
Wait, say it again?
What's it like playing with a guy that's kind of like a hybrid linebacker safety type as far as athleticism, but also the size of a linebacker in Kamu?
It's good to play with a guy that is very versatile. Play well in space. A guy that can like you said, run just as well as safeties, but he understands how to play linebacker. So it's definitely good when you have somebody next to you that can run around the field and make plays.
All set.
Christian, I think you had given you talked to the team after a couple of weeks ago. I think it was after the game. What kind of brought you to do that, and kind of what you tell the team?
Just me, being in the role that I'm in. I just thought it was a good time just to talk to the guys. As a brother, as a leader, and just keeping everybody on the right path, and staying focused. And those guys are doing a tremendous job. Everybody is policing each other, so it wasn't just me. We all talked to each other throughout the week. A bunch of different guys had things to say. It's just keeping positive and staying in it.
You ever played with a club before?
No.
What are some things you're going to modify about?
Say it again?
What are some things you might have to modify about how you play with it?
I guess we'll see Sunday. it's my first time, but this week I've been moving well with it, so it's not a concern to me.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
I appreciate it.
How do you feel about this week going into the game against Grugier-Hill?
Good. I think we got a pretty good game plan. We've watched a lot of, obviously, their film and what they've done, and defense. I can only speak defensively. We're confident going into the game for sure.
How much different is what they do offensively now with Matt Stafford versus when they had Goff in there?
I think I don't think it's actually too much different. I think that it's just a different talent. Matt Stafford's really, not that Goff isn't good, but Matt Stafford's an elite player for sure. So I think that's the biggest difference. He can make some crazy throws.
What do you think you bring as a linebacker in pass coverage situations that allows Levy to trust you there in those situations?
It's something I've kind of just always had a knack for, and maybe just take a little more pride in. It's just understanding different concepts, or maybe just I just feel really comfortable being able to read the quarterback. And a lot of systems I played in before, it was a lot of pattern match where. Here he kind of asks you just to play off the quarterback's eyes, and I feel very comfortable doing that. So that's probably a big part of it.
With Christian, he was saying he plans to play through it. If he doesn't, how do you feel like you guys will play in his place, and how those roles might change?
I think Nev is also a great. We've said this before. We have in our room alone, we have starters throughout the whole room. You put any of the guys on the depth on other teams, I think they're starting. And you could rotate us and do all that stuff. And I think they're going to be productive guys. So I do think that Nev is a great player, but Christian's hard to. What he brings to our team right now is super important, and I'm glad he's going to be out there for sure.
Have you ever played with a cast?
I have, actually. That's why I've been giving him a lot of advice about it, and we've been just talking through it. It was a little different injury because I think his is more like his wrist, where mine was my thumb. But yeah, I had to do that before.
What's hard about it?
You just got a big ass club on your hand. It's you're not really able to really grab certain. It just makes it a little difficult. But you can do it. It's definitely.
To your advantage at all?
Yeah, we told him he better have some punch outs. Yeah, we better have some strip attempts this game. So, we'll see.
You've been through But like you said, like could you sense in him kind of like how he didn't want it to keep him off the field?
What is that?
Could you sense from him that he didn't want it to keep him off the field? Like you've been through that before.
Yeah, I think, we play football, it's like it's your hand, you know what I mean? Like, he's not a receiver, we don't really have to catch too much, so, he'll be fine. Yep, no worries.